This video focuses Introduction to Python lists by asking ChatGPT Introduction to Python lists. With examples and code explanations, we can get the basic knowledge of Python lists. A list in Python is an ordered collection of items, elements, which can hold items of different types, such as numbers, strings, or even other lists. Lists are one of the most flexible and commonly used data structures in Python. They are mutable, meaning their elements can be changed after the list is created. They are ordered, meaning their elements are stored in a specific sequence. They are dynamic size, meaning they can grow or shrink in size. By running code example, we can have a preliminary understanding of the syntax and usage of Python list. Let's first take a look at example. Creating lists. You can create a list by placing elements inside square brackets, separated by commas. Next, example, accessing list elements. Each item in a list has an index. You can access elements using their index, starting from 0. You can also use negative indices to access elements from the end of the list. Next, example, modifying lists. Since lists are mutable, you can modify their elements. Next, example, list methods. Python lists come with several built-in methods to manipulate the data. Use append to add an element to the end of the list. Use insert to insert an element at a specific position. Remove removes the first occurrence of a specific value. Pop removes the element at the specified index. If no index is provided, it removes the last element. Reverse reverses the order of elements in the list. Sort sorts the list in ascending order if all elements are comparable. Next, example, list slicing. Slicing allows you to access a subset of the list by specifying a start and end index. The syntax for slicing is list, start, end, where start is inclusive and end is exclusive. Next, example, nested lists. A list can contain other lists as elements, which allows the creation of multi-dimensional lists, like matrices. Next, example, iterating over a list. You can loop through a list using a for loop. Next, example, list comprehension. List comprehension provides a concise way to create lists by performing an operation on each item in a sequence. Finally, let's review the summary of list methods. Append X adds an item X to the end of the list. Insert I X inserts an item X at index I. Remove X removes the first item with value X. Pop I removes and returns the item at index I. Sort sorts the list in ascending order. Reverse reverses the elements of the list. Index X returns the index of the first item with value X. Count X returns the count of the number of times X appears.